Hi, welcome back to Small Talk Queens, episode 20. I'm
Hello.
Megan.
I'm Kelly. We're on 20 already.
This is 20. This is fucking 20. Can you believe it? 20 weeks just fucking flew by.
Yeah.
Although there was a couple back-to-back ones there. Anyway, so in case you knew, get the kids out of the room, and elderly that aren't cool, and
Get your Google ready because we don't always
you
have all the
Google for
information.
fucking facts. And there's no fact check here today because Joe's at the office. So if we say something completely wrong, no one is here to possibly overhear it and
We just get the
correct us.
story kind of right. Like, we just give you the major headlines.
We didn't plan the navy blue either. We both, she showed up like this.
I like navy blue.
So-
I have mostly navy blue and black in my wardrobe. Navy blue
I
and
had black. I had 4 black shirts on, I think, before this.
Yeah.
Well, so I had to change. First, it took me a minute to get my bun right. So I finally got my bun right. It usually works better when it's not washed, and so I washed my hair. So then it was taking a minute.
You got to be clean.
And then so I finally got it right, and then I changed my shirt 4 times. And see what happened was I had a little anxiety last night, and I got some hives. So I didn't want to, because my chest has like hives on it. And scratch.
Nice.
Yeah. So I didn't want. I
Take
didn't
some
want that.
Benadryl for that.
Oh, Benadryl. I'm probably not allowed to take Benadryl. I can't take any medicine this week. So anyway, so then I just had to keep changing because everything I fucking own has a V-neck or a scoop neck. So finally I have this.
Okay, well, that's great.
Yeah.
And your heinous nail polish.
And my heinous nail polish is chipping.
It was not for St. Patrick's Day.
It was festive.
That
It
is
looks
like-
yellow. It's supposed to be green.
It's
Chartreuse.
lemon. It's lemon.
Well, that's not what it's called.
Well,
Anyway,
it's lemon.
My rings aren't on. It's all good.
Fucking lemon.
So then I got.
Oh, boy.
I'm trying to decide if I should.
You should wear one of those to surgery.
I should spring it up a little bit, right? I like this. I think this is a lot of fucking fun.
I don't like that one.
I know, but I'm probably going to wear it. So then, because last week we were talking about my baseball hat. We must have been talking about my baseball hat because I think it was Sarah.
Okay.
Sarah Henry had reminded me about fuck it because we must have been talking about the hat. So then last night I remembered to go get my hat that I was talking about before.
Where'd you get that?
So this hat is great. This hat I found at a beer festival in Atlantic City. It was probably already worn, and then here's me picking it up. I did give it a good look.
You need to crease the
I know.
bill.
It's supposed to be like that.
I know,
It's
but a
supposed to
flat brim is
look,
stupid.
I mean, come on. I'm only gonna have it on for a minute. Anyway, so it was from this organization. Fuck it. I don't know if you can see it really.
Yeah,
they
didn't spell it right.
I know that. It's supposed to be for the proceeds go to suicide prevention, I believe. So someone lost the hat. So I found the hat and I checked the hat to make sure there wasn't anything horrifying in it. So that and then hoped for the best as I put it on my head at said beer festival in Atlantic City. So I put it on and then like where am I wearing this? But I have it. I had it stored on top of a cabinet with my beads, with my
Mardi Gras.
my Mardi Gras beads. But the Mardi Gras beads are now on
Display?
Dimitri, who is our nutcracker, who is in the parlor year round. He has
Why'd
a
you name him Dimitri?
because it was Russian and nutcrackers are Russian. Anyway, I don't know that Dimitri is Russian. Anyway, so here's me. I remembered it last night, right? So I'm hustling to get it down. Joe's already in bed waiting for me. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm getting my hat," and he's like, "You're not wearing that at the hospital, are you?" I'm like, "No, of course not." I'm like, "I'm gonna wear it home because I can't shower." Yeah. So I got my hat. He was horrified. I'm gonna give the nurses something to talk about. I'm gonna put in my new headband.
Oh, they're going to have plenty to talk about.
I know, right? So
I don't like that one as much. It looks like grandma.
I love
like
it.
a grandma
okay,
one.
But you don't have to wear it, so I'm gonna wear it.
I don't
So
like it.
a friend asked me yesterday about surgery. I guess I thought I had said about it. So I'm having back surgery this week.
I'm having
this
no
Friday.
surgeries because somebody
So
thought
there was
that I was
confusion,
having surgery.
and I understand because we
surgeries.
talk like over each other and at each other and like all around or whatever. So, I mean, it gets confusing. We talk fast and whatever. So I understand there's confusion. Okay, so she's not having surgery.
No.
She had knee surgery years ago. I'm having back surgery this week. So this is our last. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do an episode next week. If we are, I'm probably gonna wear that hat because I can't shower for a fucking week.
Might
So
smell.
it is back surgery, and for anyone in case you're fucking curious what it is the removal of shit discs with the replacement of new discs. Thank you to the cadaver who gave their body to science. So I get their good discs, hopefully, and then it's 2 rods to hold up new discs,
Stainless
and then
steel?
on either side. No, it's titanium.
Oh, yeah.
They won't rust, and it should not cause the alarm to go off at the airport. Good to know.
You should still be one of those card-carrying members in case you do set off
I
an alarm.
don't know if they give me a card. I don't know.
But I
But
got one.
So it's 2 rods, 6 bolts, and a cage, which despite even pictures shown to me from my PT, I just nod my head because I don't fucking get it. So there's a cage. I guess something to kind of keep it all. It's called a cage. And so I guess it's something to kind of put around it to kind of keep it all whatever. So I have this checklist, right? That just gives me, this was why I had the anxiety last night and I got the hives and I was scratching because this checklist of just so many things from the hospital, from the doctor, get this, have this, do this. So I'm just yesterday just going through, like I have to have clean sheets on the bed so the clean sheets are ready. I have to have clean clothes every day. I have to have the special soap, which you gave me, which the hospital tried to give me.
Hebe
Cleanse or Bio Cleanse or whatever, but I have the Hebe Cleanse. So that I start on Thursday and I have to put on clean clothes every time. And some of you are like, well, I always put on clean clothes. But come on, if I'm wearing yoga pants around the house, I'm not breaking a sweat and I don't spill, which isn't often, I can rewear the pants again tomorrow, but this week I have to. So everything is washed.
Well, but this is the thing. Are they saying that? I mean, I agree. I would
to
put
keep bacteria off your body.
I know that, and I would put clean clothes on and clean sheets. But like, do you think they have to say it because people without common sense are like gonna walk in with the shit they wore to put the mulch
dirty
in the
underwear?
yard?
Yeah, I mean all of it. I'm sure it's all of it. I can't. I mean, so I'm supposed to be cleaning up the house and getting. And those of you that are friends with me on Facebook, you saw my post, and I'm not fucking joking here. My friend Jeff told me once I should walk around in bubble wrap, and he was not kidding.
You could do that.
I should if we had enough of it. So I might have to. I might have to.
You could be like the Eagles players. They put the bubble wrap on their helmets.
I don't need it on my helmet. I need it around my body.
Well, I mean,
so I'm going around and I'm moving tripping hazards. But the problem here,
it's everything.
I'm the fucking tripping hazard. I mean, like, I don't tend to trip over things. I tend to just trip over myself. So yesterday morning, fucking body check right into the goddamn door frame of the bathroom. I mean, like full body, like, whoa. I'm like, oh God.
Kind of bounces you back a little.
So now partially because also we have an old house and the doorways are small. And that doorway especially is a small doorway. And I'm not a small person. So probably why I hit it on a regular basis. And also I have my glasses on. So, but yeah, so I was like I can't be doing that. So I'm like, I'm going to have to really, like, that's the shit I have to be careful with.
Did you try out the new toilet Mom and Dad donated their handicap toilet?
No.
For, the kind that you have when you're in the hospital.
I haven't tried it yet.
It's the kind without the pan underneath. Like this one goes over.
It comes with a pan, but I didn't say I didn't need the pan.
You might
also,
you might
I hope it
that.
fits because it has the side things that go like on either side of the toilet, and we have the toilet that I need to put it on. I don't know that there's that much room.
I think there's gonna be room.
I don't know. We'll find out. I'll play with that later. Oh, wow. I got a new cane on the checklist.
Are you supposed to have a walker?
We have a walker. It's on the list in case we need it, and I'm a little bit anti-walker. At first, I thought I need a walker, and I rethought that. I was like, we have it in the attic. Should we need it, Joe will get it and give it a good Clorox. But I ordered a new cane, purple, right? So I have a walking stick that I use, but I ordered a cane because it has like a ergonomic, like a handle. Like instead of holding my walking stick like this, I hold the cane, like this.
Right.
Like it has a long handle. Right.
Not hurting your hand.
It goes horizontally as opposed to vertically. So I guess it's more stable. So I got the one because, it has like the fat base on it and like the 3 little feet, so it kind of like, I thought better coverage, better, whatever. I ordered it. Then, what are you looking at?
I'm just looking at the floor. I'm thinking.
Then, I tried it out yesterday. Then I was looking over the overwhelming amount of information that I keep getting inundated with. And it had a picture from the PowerPoint that the hospital sent me last week that said the list of things I needed.
They sent you a PowerPoint?
Yeah. And that's what put me over the edge. I'll get back to that. Put me right over the edge. My PT thinks I'm a fucking lunatic, and I'm certain of it. So it says single point cane. Specifically, it says single point cane. I already ordered the fucking one with the bigger base, which to me sounds like it's whatever. So then here's me firing off a message to my PT this weekend.
You're gonna have to return that.
So I sent him a message and was like, "What? I'm gonna take it with me to my last PT session." But I'm like, "So like thoughts on this?" And he said any cane would do. And then also he likes this one because it bends up and it's foldable, and I can, as he said, easily put it in my bag to take with me because he knows that I don't fucking do that, and I need to do that.
You can conceal it.
Well, because I don't for easy to get around with, because I don't take it. I don't take my walking stick with me now, which is I take it with me and I need it, but I don't need it from the door to the fucking car. So
sometimes
back and forth.
You do.
So sometimes. And then I tripped over it the other night too and fucking flew off the sidewalk and then caught myself. I mean, when you're walking with it, you decide to switch directions quick and you turn towards it. I mean, it's a bit of a...
You might want to practice with that before you have the back surgery.
I'm not going to be drinking either, so I'm not going to have to worry about that with the walking stick. Because anyway,
we could have given you a shillelagh. I have a shillelagh.
We have them, and it's too short.
I have no. Ours is tall.
And my friend recommended that to me yesterday.
Mike
ours is short.
gave it to me. It's knotted and twisted.
No, this is good. So if it's, we'll see.
The leprechaun used to leave it at our house.
When I have a month.
The house.
I have a month to return it. So if it doesn't, I kept the box. So if it's not working out, then I have a month. I walked around the house with it yesterday to make sure like it doesn't collapse on me or something or like. Whatever. So the hospital sent me a PowerPoint. Okay. I listen and watch this. Read while listening.
Who's doing it? The doctor.
Beth, who is a hospital liaison. I have her phone number. Should I need anything between now and then?
But she's not a doctor.
She's the hospital liaison, if I understand it correctly.
Ow.
So I'm watching this, and mind you, it's not a video. It's just fucking still pictures. And so they're saying to me.
It's no Scooby-Doo.
That I'm going to have to bend from the hips and knees, but not the waist.
Why don't you give us a demonstration?
No. So here's me last week one day. So I'm looking at this, and there's no picture demo of this. There's a picture of like someone bending over, a stick figure, something with an X through it, and then like there's like nothing else. I'm like, what does this mean? So here's me in the living room trying to like do all this. I'm like, what the fuck? I only bend one fucking way, like bend from the hips. So then I'm like, okay. I'm Googling it, and up came all these different yoga moves and shit, and I'm like, this is not helpful. So then I'm like, now I'm an hour into this fucking rabbit hole. I have shit to do. I have company coming, and I'm fucking learning how to fucking bend from the hips and knees. And the explanation was very simple. So then I text PT Joe, this is what they're saying. I'm gonna need a demo. No worries, he says. You'll be fine at this. You can do this. Okay.
Did you YouTube it?
I did YouTube it, but I was getting yoga poses and shit. An hour of this, text with him. He assures me I'll be fine. Finally, I'm like, fuck this. Dad had to do this, so I FaceTime Mom and Dad. Mom, is Dad home? Yes, I need to see him bend. She's like, what? I'm like, I need to see him bend.
It is an odd request.
I'm like, I need to show him. I need to fucking see him bend over appropriately because I don't understand what the fuck they're talking about, and I don't think my body does that. My hips are locked, for fuck's sake. I don't know. She's like, make it a squat.
Well, a squat is different than bending.
A squat, so you're bending for... So I was like, well, then why in Christ's name didn't they just fucking say in the PowerPoint, squat? You know about squat. So then, back to PT Joe. So is this essentially a squat? Is this a squat? And he's like, so we gave a little explanation and said, but yes, it's essentially a squat.
So it's a squat like you're sitting on the toilet.
So like when I have to bend over to get something, which I'm not supposed to do, but when I do,
you have to squat.
I'm supposed to squat. There we go with the fucking table again. I even moved it. I can squat all day long, so that's not the problem. But I would have just used the word squat. I would have understood fucking squat.
Yeah, bend, I'm thinking I'm bending over.
You're going to bend from the hips and the knees, not the waist. Right? Bend. Squatting is not the same as bending. So now I know.
Well, you really shouldn't be picking anything heavy up.
I shouldn't be picking up anything. And that's my biggest thing, though, is because, like, it's I have a reacher. I have a fucking reacher.
No socks and shoes.
I don't wear socks. So I have to eliminated that tool.
Didn't Dad get one of those things?
They had one on the little pictograph of the fucking things that I might want to get. I ignore that. I don't wear socks. Slip-on shoes, which I have. Sturdy shoes, which is basically all I fucking have. So I'm fine with those things. So, and but the thing is like you don't think when you drop something, you don't stop and think before you fucking bend. I mean, I just automatically bend over and pick it up. So that's going to be my like.
Get your pincher.
It's ready. So yeah. So I just have to. There's a few more. Just if you have to pack a bag, clean clothes, write my name on my glasses case. I think that I might not really even know what else.
I mean, aren't you going to wear the clothes home that you wore in?
What depends on how many days I'm there. I'm not hanging out at a fucking hospital gown. I'm putting fucking clothes on.
I got news for you.
No.
You're not going to be changing clothes that often.
It's said to wear something comfortable and loose, and I can easily get on and off fine. Most of my clothes, with the exception of the button on the back of this fucking shirt, is easy and loose, and so it's comfortable. So
how are you going to put a bra on? The bra, because you have
to put it on over my head.
Like a sports bra, but that still takes a lot.
My bra, I hook it, and then I put the fucker over my head, and then get into it.
I know, but that's like a lot of movement on a back surgery.
So I'm not leaving without a bra. I mean, come on now. I mean, No. I have a t-shirt, I have a sweatshirt, I have 2 pairs of yoga pants and a couple pairs of underwear because I'm not.
And you're going to want socks for the hospital.
They give me socks with the rubber thingies on the bottom. Yeah, I thought about that.
Or I can give you back the pair you gave me for Christmas.
No, because I bought myself a pair. They have they're yellow and white, have a big pom-pom. They're super cute.
The pom-poms, like they had in the 70s when we were little. The pom-pom on the ankle.
I saw your reflection in the window. I thought, oh, maybe there was. Oh, anyway.
No, there are people walking.
Was
not your neighbors.
Oh, okay. So, so I'm set, and so I've given Joe strict instructions that I'm not to have my phone with me in the hospital unattended.
Yeah.
Those of you that know me with my phone after drinking is bad enough. Me with my phone with Oxy, I mean, that's like a whole other ballgame.
You should probably just apologize up front.
So, I mean, I should apologize. I mean, my friends know me, so they're expecting it. I mean, our own friend is like, oh my God, please do your show while you're on Oxy.
I might kill her.
We could do that next week after the surgery because
I might kill you.
Oxy. Anyway, so I said to Joe, I said, you keep the phone. He's like, what if you need it? I'm not making phone calls. I said, if I need the phone when you're visiting, you assess whether or not I seem capable enough to responsibly use the phone. And then if I do, I'm allowed to have it. Facebook post, I don't know, whatever.
So Joe's making the judgment on that?
So Joe is going to have to be the judgment call on that because
I can shut it down.
I cannot be trusted.
He's shutting it down.
I cannot be trusted with the phone.
You know what might really crank my ass is if I were having surgery and couldn't have coffee.
No, I thought of that. So last week I'm thinking I need to ramp down my coffee this week because I know like when you don't have coffee, because I quit cold turkey once and I had like flu-like symptoms for 2 days till I fucking Googled it, and then you should not quit coffee cold turkey just like anything else. You shouldn't do it. Wean off of it. And then meanwhile I've had more yesterday and today than I've had like in weeks because I'm tired. I'm not sleeping well. I'm in pain. I'm anxious. It's a lot of coffee. So I thought of that, right? And I'm like, fucker. So I'm going to have to just ask for some. Meanwhile, here's the best part. Excuse me. Pre-op appointment last week. There were so many things at the hospital. The horse, if you're friends with me on Facebook, you saw the horse that I really contemplated for a minute, like going and getting on.
Oh my God, you would have been arrested.
I like to climb shit. It's always fun for me. Usually I'm intoxicated when I climb these things, but I'm looking at it and I've assessed it was a little too high for me.
That's the falling.
Excuse me. And also I didn't really want to get arrested. And then they called me back quick, so I didn't have too much time to contemplate it, which is probably a really good thing.
Lady knew.
So now I identify myself and my date of birth 15 times for various people. I even had
have to do that
the fucking band on my fucking arm. I was like,
you're gonna do it all the time.
How many times?
A lot.
So they say when you come in on Friday, come in like you did today, but you're gonna just go straight back and then sit down across from the coffee bar. And I'm like, the coffee bar? I'm like, am I allowed? No.
No, you can't have it beforehand.
I'm allowed to have black coffee up to 2 hours beforehand, but I don't know that I'm gonna be up.
At like 4 a.m., who wants black coffee?
I drink black coffee anyway.
You're not going to need it because they're going to knock you out anyhow, so it's not like you need to stay awake.
It's not about staying awake. It's about not having the caffeine, and it gives you like flu-like symptoms. Trust me on this.
Well, they're going to substitute the coffee with the
Oxycontin. I wondered about that. And then, so I asked the one nurse, no brows, no nothing, whatever. And I'm like, look, I put my brows on. I get not having face makeup on. They can check your color or whatever. So I texted a friend of mine. I'm like, who's the nurse? I'm like, so what is the point of this? Well, so they're not like smears or I guess whatever. Like, what is this? I don't know. What is this? So they're not like my eyebrows smear.
Right. They don't want to be looking at a clown.
Well, and also like to watch out for metallic stuff in your fucking house phone. For metallic shit in your whatever because of like the electrodes and different electronics and stuff I guess that are hooked up to you or whatever.
I didn't know that.
And then when I think about like the cauterization of wounds and I was like I was like, I don't need to hear any more about it. I'm sorry I asked.
Cauterizations of wounds, what's that?
Or like not the wound, but like the cauterization of the skin to close it up or to stop the bleeding or do whatever.
That doesn't have anything to do with your face.
No, but like the metals or something in it. I don't know. Okay, I kind of get it. And then I'm gonna, but no deodorant. That's what I say to that.
Well, that's because they're gonna put electrodes like all over you, and it makes they won't have a good stick.
Why are there any electrodes in my armpits?
No, they do the heart and stuff.
Well, see, and this is where I have conflicting information because one packet is from the hospital, one packet is from the surgeon's office, one packet says no deodorant if you're having breast surgery, which I'm not. So the other packet doesn't say anything about that. It just says no lotions, which I understand. Which Friday I forgot because Friday at the post op you get the EKG and the blood drawn and all that shit, and the EKG like they're all my legs and all over whatever, and I put lotion on. and they're popping right off. And Mary was a very nice one. I said, look, I'm sorry, I forgot about the lotion. So then she had to get out the alcohol wipe and rub down all the fucking spots where she wouldn't put them because they kept popping off because of my lotion.
That's why you're not, and it there's slime. Like it gets like, there's like, can be some sliminess. Not like lotion, but like from the deodorant. And
I guess I'll just pack it and take it along and put it on. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Because also, see, I think, you know, like when you sweat, especially like a scared sweat or an anxious sweat, it's like whatever fucking hormones, you fucking stink. You stink. It's almost like a booze sweat the next day. It has a bad stench. So, at least for me. So I'm thinking like, I'm going to walk in there. I'm going to get up in the morning and be hustling around to get in there and be like a little frantic and a little whatever and then break a sweat and it's a fucking smelly sweat.
I can assure you right now that they probably have smelled worse.
Right. I'll be like, look, I'm sorry if my, what is it? Hang on. So I get it right from the Saturday Night Live. I'm sorry if my cooter and my cooter and my tutor stink. Like, what do you say?
Cooter
like, make it right.
You got to make a joke out of it.
I probably will. I'm going to try to, but I have to make sure I get it right.
Grassy hole, my
gassy hole and grassy knoll. See, you fuck it up every time, and then I fuck it up because then I can't correct it.
If you've not seen this skit,
I know you have to. You have to go.
It's about the alien that comes down and visits.
We discussed it last time. We told them about it. And my friend Michelle, so she took my suggestion about the strange sex show. Fascinating. She's like, what else you got? I'm like, look, I think that's the most fucked up thing I ever saw. Truly. And then from that we went to serial killers. I mean, if there's anything, I might have to go back and rewatch though because she was mentioning episodes of it, and I was like,
do you have a private room?
I don't know. I keep wondering about that, and I feel like I shouldn't ask. Like I feel like I want to know, but I didn't ask.
Well, I mean, I had somebody come they wheeled her in the middle of the night, and you don't know who it is because there's the curtain and it's the middle of the night. You're supposed to be sleeping, but as you'll find, there's not a lot of sleep to be had in the hospital.
They already told me I'm not sleeping. There's no fucking rest for me. I'm up walking every 3 hours. Well,
and they're also like checking all of your
vitals. Yeah. I appreciate that.
But I got the whole list of medication from this woman was reading them off to
of what she gets.
No, like first of all, she had some mental instability, like a lot of it. This is when I was
for HIPAA.
This is when I was in for my knee. Well, it was.
I would have pulled the curtain back and had a peek.
She was really loud, and there was a curtain, and it was the middle of the night. They brought her in, but she's giving a list of all these medications, and I was like, oh my god. So then the nurses think I'm asleep, and I kid you not, the nurses are like, she's moving floors. So.
Who, you or her?
No, her. Oh. She was on the wrong floor. Oh. I guess they had run out of room, and I was like. In surgery recovery, not like the actual recovery room, but like the surgical where people just had surgery, and she's being taken where I often think I need to go, the white padded palatial.
Well, that's the biggest thing with my eyebrows. Like I'm gonna look fucking crazy. So then here's me yesterday. I'm putting on all my different pairs of glasses, figure out which ones do I wear that mostly cover up. So that while I don't have them on, it's not like they're gone completely. It's just patches of them are missing.
You might want to take your sunglasses.
I'm gonna be allowed to sit with my fucking sunglasses on. So I'm just like, which ones cover? Most of the glasses I buy, I get so that they're big enough to cover said brows. So if I don't have them on, like you can't really tell. So I'm just gonna have to go with that, I guess, and just hope for the best. And if I look like a fucking lunatic on my way out of the hospital, and then I'm like, I hope I don't pick more of them out while I'm sitting there. I mean, it's like I don't pay attention when I do it, and then there go the brows, and
it's a lot.
It's a lot. We wonder why I drink.
Is Joe prepared for the at-home duties?
Oh, yeah, he said we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be fine. I mean,
meal cooking, reheating.
I mean, he's not a fucking moron. I'm going to stop myself.
No.
We have plenty of stuff that's like easy peasy, like our cauliflower flat pizzas. I mean, put some sauce on it, throw on some cheese. We're good. We have tuna, tuna salad. We have the palmini noodles. Just as I showed you yesterday, you rinse it well and then heat in the microwave.
I have to try mine that you gave me.
Fucking great. The meatballs, you just heat them in the sauce. Like we have easy salmon all ready to go. Just peel it and fucking.
Oh, I have some more meatballs for you. I forgot.
Okay. I mean, like easy peasy stuff. So we're gonna. I mean, we should be fine.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. We'll let you know in episode 21, I guess.
And then we have. Easter is fast approaching. It's the 31st, along with Patrick's birthday.
We can't do the Easter and the birthday, so you guys are gonna have to come over here. I want an Easter plate. I'm gonna want some ham.
I'm hosting.
I want a pickled egg.
Mm.
And some pineapple souffle. That's all I need. I don't need anything else.
The pineapple souffle is the bomb.
I'll make a little salad to go with it or something. Well, also, wait, am I going to be able to shower by then? Yes. I was like, oh, you're not coming over from that shower. You can come over. It's fine.
Well, Mom and Dad are going to be over no matter what to see you at Easter. And if you want cake, because Patrick's going to have chocolate cake.
Well, I guess we could do Patrick's birthday here, or just bring me the cake. Nobody wants to come over. It's what you know. What? I'm gonna worry about cake next week. Fucking cake.
So speaking of the Easter and the candy, you didn't say anything about a basket, but
I don't want a basket.
Yeah. Well.
Although I proudly admit though that Joe and I did not want a basket last year, and we made our basket last till June.
Oh wow.
Well, I put a towel over it first of all. I put it in the parlor and put a towel over it so I wouldn't like keep seeing it, and then we decided, because of course I don't want to throw the candy away because it's wasteful and I don't like to waste. So we decided that each week we weighed in. If we both lost weight, we could have a piece of candy.
Right.
But we both had. Sorry if I just spit on you. We both had to lose. So every week we lost. We had a piece of candy, and then finally it was gone. It was like June.
So today on the news, I heard that Hershey and Cadbury chocolates prices are going up. Going up due to the increased costs in the cocoa beans or the cocoa.
Well, hurry up.
Either one. So Hershey and Cadbury are raising their prices. Coincidentally, right before the Easter holiday when everybody's buying candy.
Get it when you can. Get it when you can. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I also learned today that
we have the news update. Here we go. This week in the news.
That Journey, the band Journey.
Do you know that their fucking guy sounds just like the original guy?
Oh, yeah.
Because here's me a few years ago. I was like, they came on, whatever. I'm looking at him, I'm thinking, Christ, he's fucking younger than I thought. And I'm like, I didn't know he was Asian. Not that it matters. But I made these.
They replaced the head guy.
The head guy, he died years ago or something, I guess, because it's some new guy.
I don't think he died, but.
Or left. I don't know. Look, it is not the original singer, but he sounds just like it. So I was really having a hard time, like, figuring this out. So then I asked a friend.
Steve Perry is his name. I'm gonna have to look this up. You don't like me Googling.
Please don't fucking Google right now.
Be quiet. They don't care. People
anyway,
do it all
back
the
to Journey.
time.
Whoever's in the band.
Their "Don't Stop" song was recorded in 1981, and Forbes listed it recently as the biggest song ever. Not just theirs, but the biggest song.
I thought Queen was like the biggest one.
Forbes listed "Don't Stop" by Journey as the biggest song. Stop, it's like 18 times platinum.
Hold on to that feeling.
18 times platinum. And this is interesting, in 2021, the "Don't Stop" song was put into the Library of Congress.
So maybe 2021 was also
as some sort of historical
thing. A few years ago. It's like the one song on the radio. Like I'm flipping through and it comes on. I always stop and then belt along with a few words that I know that I just.
And then if you're looking for some summer concerts to go to,
there are a ton this summer.
Wait, Journey, Def Leppard, Steve Miller, who I like, and Heart. Oh. I'm talking about a group. Let me go back.
It's all together?
Yes.
Oh.
Journey, Def Leppard, Steve Miller, and Heart are all playing together. I don't know where they're traveling. They have concerts together, but they're all on the same ticket.
No. Well, speaking of summer concerts, so I'm fucking hostile because I really want to see Pearl Jam. Like one of the bands I've always wanted to see. I've never seen them. So they're coming to Philly. So you had to put your name in to fucking Ticketmaster for like a lottery, and then if your name got picked, then you got a chance to get the ticket. We didn't. So now we're not seeing Pearl Jam, and I really want to see Pearl Jam. Dave Matthews Band is playing in Camden in August, maybe. I don't remember, but I don't like August concerts. I mean, it's the heat, and we're seeing Springsteen in August because he canceled last year because he was sick.
Are we inside or outside for that?
Oh, I hope it's Wells Fargo and it's air conditioned.
Yeah, because fucking heat.
We saw Guns N' Roses a few years ago. By the way, one of the best shows I've ever been to, and I'm really happy for that because sometimes bands, you expect a little something from them. First of all, you expect what's in your head, and I'm picturing Guns N' Roses from 1988, so it was a little alarming for me when that is not what came on stage. But the music was, it was right on. It was right on, and he had the same mannerisms. Axl Rose had the same mannerisms.
They actually had him singing.
He was, yeah. It was excellent. It was fucking excellent. It was up there with my favorite. That one, Fleetwood Mac was really good. Tom Petty was one of my favorites, and then Aerosmith a few months ago.
Before Steven Tyler blew his
and we were, I think like everything was. We were the first concert, and then that was the last concert, I guess.
No, they did two more.
They did two more.
Three
Are you
more.
sure?
Yes.
Oh,
and then
that was a
done.
fucking awesome concert.
So it really kind of did the whole tour in because he only got like 4
Guns
shows.
N' Roses maybe third in that, but you never know. Look, so we went to see. I mean, I've seen Bob Dylan several times. Look, I love Bob. I listen to Bob Dylan all day long around this house.
It's like cats.
But you don't have to like him. We have very different taste in music. We have very, as you've demonstrated to me in the car with you, we have very different taste in music. I love him in concert. I mean, his day is done. I saw him in
You think?
Spring of 96, 97. I don't fucking know. At Penn State. Thank God, at least for the other stuff, for our own entertainment that we had that day at the concert. Because his entertainment was horrifying. And then we fast forward however many years later, and he's playing here in Philly, and Joe wants to go see Bob Dylan. And I said, you don't want to see Bob Dylan because he really sucks in person, and it's very upsetting. So we went to see Bob Dylan, and for a second time it was disappointing. And then Joe also agreed. Because I think Bob Dylan is also touring. Willie Nelson's touring, I think, too, which is fascinating to me. He gets around better than me. He's in his fucking 80s.
How old is he? 80?
In his 80s, yeah.
Okay. So,
anyway.
In other news, the Italians' use of olive oil is down. The Italians' use of Italian olive oil is down because the price went from 4 to 9 euros.
Well, everything's going up.
I know, but I guess that's like a drastic thing for them.
I haven't noticed here. I mean, everything went up here, so I don't know. I don't really pay attention to what's drastically different.
And I don't know the exchange rate. You guys can figure that out. But
you don't have 2 pages of notes from the news here, do you?
I do, but I've already done some of it. Be quiet. So, and also this I find very interesting. In the Dutch supermarket, they have called. They have a unique initiative called the Chat Checkout to combat loneliness for older people.
The fuck.
And it's popular among the seniors.
Is it like the robot they have at Giant?
No, it is a human being checking you out at the cashier's checking you out.
So a human being.
Chat, yes, a human being, and you can chat.
Don't they chat anyway?
No,
we have Chatty Cathy at our fucking place.
This lets you be leisurely about it. It's to combat loneliness.
So the seniors have their own line.
Well, it didn't. It said seniors. It's very popular among the seniors.
I see. Okay.
Anybody can use it, but they're doing
So the lonely have their own line,
right?
Because let me tell you, if I'm in the fucking checkout, I'm not going to the lonely line. I'm going to be sitting there for half an hour waiting for the person in front of me to get done fucking chatting. Dad would be in that line. Dad's not lonely, but Dad would be in that line, so you fucking chat away.
Yeah. So,
Christ.
and then in some more news, I saw Jake Gyllenhaal today. And he was 9 years old when The Roadhouse came out. Patrick Swayze. Yeah, we are. Right, you got to hear this. So
I saw a commercial for it. It looks drastically different.
It is. It's different. It's the same but different. So as I told you last time, he trained with Conor McGregor because Conor has. How
does it go cold so fast? Wow.
Conor has. He's acting in this. So they showed an interesting video of some of Jake Gyllenhaal's workout routine. So in the movie, and you can Google this, it's quite interesting to look at.
It.
So in the movie, Conor McGregor's character has a yellow or kind of chartreusey looking Lamborghini, or Ferrari. And there is video of Jake pushing. That was one of his workouts. They would just push.
Well, you put it neutral and push.
Ferrari. I know. I think it was up a hill. I don't know.
I think you see on the roadway all the time.
It was very interesting.
All the time.
Yeah. And then, along with fighting, this is not a movie, but on July 20th, 57-year-old Mike Tyson.
Oh, I heard about this.
Is fighting Jake Paul, who's 27, at the AT&T Stadium and will be streamed on
Where's
Netflix.
That? Vegas?
I don't know.
You know what I want to see? I want to see him wrestle or fight. I want to see him fight a fucking tiger. That would be more entertaining to me.
Right. So I guess the odds are saying, I don't know why.
The 26-year-old's going to win.
That Jake Paul is probably going to win this, but Tyson is really in shape if you watch any of his recent videos.
But is he as fast as a 27-year-old?
I think, and I still wouldn't want to be hit by him.
No.
Wouldn't want to be hit by him.
You have to stop shaking the table.
I'm not shaking the table. I'm not even touching the table. Not even touching the table. You know what? Your hostilities are going to make me not want to do this. Didn't touch the table. My body is nowhere near it. So, and then they're redoing.
Maybe it's the wind blowing the bush makes it look like the fucking phones.
Then
Anyway.
there's a redo of Cat in the Hat, the 1957 Dr. Seuss classic Cat in the Hat.
I mean, like a redo of the book.
Yeah, it's like a redoing of the story because they did one with Michael Myers. Like,
So they're making a movie. It's a redo of the movie.
Yeah, and
which was from not that long ago.
Right, and it's coming out in 2026. And Bill Hader is from Saturday Night Live is the voice or is playing the Cat in the Hat. It didn't really say. And then Quinta, what's her name? She's from
no idea.
Abbott Elementary. The lead and the writer of Abbott Elementary is playing a lead role. It didn't say which one she's playing, but so Bill Hader and Quinta, I forget her whole name, is there. So yeah, that's kind of all I have. The O pill. Birth control is now available on Amazon.
Is that the one they have at Walmart also?
Well, it just came out, and they're just.
Well, it's also available from wherever I got my progesterone.
Right, it's birth.
Online.
This is actual birth control.
You can get birth control too.
Right, so this is the O pill.
It's available all over the place, as it should be for women who want to have it and not have a bunch of old white men in Washington telling them what the fuck to do with their bodies.
Right.
Anyway, that's
so that is now available. You can put it in your Amazon cart.
For any of you who are still within the age range of needing birth control,
or go to the CVS and grab it.
I'd say half of our audience is probably past.
Hey, you don't want to be over 45 or 50 and have a surprise come your way. Or at least I don't.
That's what my doctor said to me.
I don't want a surprise. No surprise. I am too old for this shit. You've
already been through it, so you're good to go.
Too old.
I'm going on the fact that you have fucking hot flashes in the middle of the night. It's either from the alcohol intake or of that age. It's not fun.
Oh, just wait. It's going to get even better.
I can't.
It's great because
it's
like, it's not the kind of hot you get
when I can't be changing the fucking sheets every day.
When you're outside in the hot heat. This is like, it comes from
a cold sweat. It's like cold.
Internally. Like you can feel it climbing up.
Well, maybe I'm just warm then from the covers. I don't have, it's not an internal heat. It's not like an inferno coming out of me. It just gets warm and then. Okay, so let's pick a card. We have Alexa giving us we only have this is not going to be an hour today because we have to hustle because I have to be getting my fucking petty before my surgery. My before surgery.
My pen.
Petty. Wasn't it on the table already? You brought your own pen?
I brought my own pen.
Do you want to pull the card? You want me to pull the card? I want to pull the card.
If I don't like the question, I'm not answering it.
We're answering it. We're answering it. If your life came with pause, rewind, and fast forward buttons, how would you use them? Why is it like the deepest fucking question and we have like 5 minutes left?
Well, then why don't you pick a different
one?
No,
we're not going to. The next one could be just
read it again.
If your life came with pause, rewind, and fast forward buttons, how would you use them? I know. Okay, I'm gonna start rewind for sure. After I hurt my back and just when I'm taking care of myself and letting that go, I would rewind to that and have that. I would do that differently. Pause. I don't know. Pause specifically, it would be the Christmas before Tracy died, right around whatever that holiday season was when she was home. Thanksgiving, we were watching the TV, the bear maulings in Alaska, having a really good. It was a really nice visit. I would give that a pause because that was a nice time. And fast forward would be this fucking week to get through the fucking surgery and then get on and the recovery and just get the fuck on with my life. So,
well, is it a rewind?
Rewind, fast forward, and pause.
So rewind, I would take it back to college because I loved college.
I had a good time at college.
I loved all 4 years, maybe too much of my college experience. I would also hit pause on that because I loved it so much. So I would rewind it to college.
Okay. Ooh, I shook the table.
And then I would pause it.
Okay.
Not to my freshman year so much. I mean, freshman year was... So
freshman year had a learning curve, too.
I would rewind it and pause it to 1989 when I moved into my first apartment. And I loved all 3 of my other roommates. There's actually a 4th, but she was out at nursing school, and I was actually taking her lease over while she was gone. But I would rewind it to 1989 and then and pause it between 89 and 92 because it was a blast. Fast forward.
When Sean was a baby?
Yeah, because Sean had a lot of health issues, and it's not anything rude or nasty or being mean to my child. I'm just putting this out there for people.
I mean,
who are
when
like,
he couldn't talk
why
at
would you want to
first.
fast forward that?
Oh, because he screamed and he cried and he
There
was allergic
was-
to shit and threw up all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he had a lot of medical issues, had a G-tube and all that stuff. It was really, really a long 3 years, you know, from 0 to 3. So I would probably fast forward that time.
I mean, that was just my answer for you just because I was guessing.
No,
I
that's
didn't
a
mean
good
for you
one.
to like answer for you. New ring?
Now had it.
Speaking of jewelry. Forget that. Speaking of jewelry, I told Joe, I feel like I should get some new bling or something. Some kind of
Didn't
new...
you just get a bunch?
For my birthday, but I'm having surgery. I feel like I should have a prize from having surgery. A surgery prize.
Oh my God.
My new bling inside my body. I want some bling for the outside of the body. It doesn't have to be expensive. It could be something, you know, doesn't have to be anything fancy.
Okay, bling.
Get some from Groupon. I don't care.
Did he take note of this? Like,
I don't
have
know.
you
We'll
circled
find out.
things?
No, I didn't circle anything. No. I got, I think you got me a Sudoku book to go with my crossword puzzle book.
Because you're
In my
gonna
Word
feel like
find.
concentrating in the hospital.
Well, I'm gonna take it with me anyway, in case I'm aware enough. Sudoku, no, because I can't do the numbers. Word find I can do, or word search because then I can look up the fucking answer if need be. But something to occupy my time so I won't have my phone. Because what else am I gonna do? If I'm not texting, I'm not scrolling through fucking Facebook or watching Instagram videos of bulldogs, babies, and bear maulings.
I was gonna say the
What am I?
bears.
All the bees. Christ.
Did you see? There was a bee's nest that came to it. It was at a tennis match. I forget where the tennis
Oh
match was.
God.
It was just on the
Not
news.
a nest, a hive.
A hive. So one of the cameras that goes across the court, you know, that moves. They had to stop play.
They relocate.
Yeah, well, they had to stop play because the queen bee flew
Oh wow.
onto this, you know, the camera apparatus, and they had to stop play. They had
Christ.
to call in. I don't know how long this took, but they had to call in some guy, and
A bee guy.
a bee guy, but he came without head or suit or anything
Wow.
on, smoked them, and it shows him vacuuming them up, and they're still flying around his head, but they were starting to make the hive, and he vacuumed them all up, and then they resumed play.
Cool. They're starting to make the nest or the hive. I don't know which it is. Bee hive.
They,
No.
they were calling them bees.
A
too. They
swarm
didn't-
of bees came and was going to make a hive. I guess. So my friend has bees, and so
The
other year,
honeybees?
the honeybees, and they do the honey and all this stuff, and then once in a while, like another swarm of them will come through, and then they'll get them and put them in the thing.
With my luck, I would be stung.
Like
Oh.
in My Girl.
And it showed some of the bees flying around. So not only were they going to the apparatus, but, you know, as they're coming in, they're flying around some of the
Yeah, it's like a
players. And the
huge
players
swarm,
are
I
like
heard.
trying
Oh,
to
fuck,
leave,
yeah.
get away from them.
Well, I read this horrifying article. The shit that pops up on my phone, and why do I click? So this woman, her husband died tragically. She did 3 young kids or 2 young kids at home. Maybe was even just had a baby or was pregnant with a baby. Husband out for a jog, got stung by a bee, did not ever know he was allergic because he'd never been stung before, and fucking died after he was in a coma for like 6 months.
Well, here's
So then I say to Joe, because Joe's never been stung by a bee, so now I'm like, you get stung by a bee, we need to have like medical attention. You need to, like, if you start, you know, having trouble breathing or something, like, you need to let me know, like, immediately.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe you shouldn't mow the lawn when I'm not home.
well, they do say that's an
It's
interesting point
terrifying.
because some people don't know if they're allergic to bees or not, or have been stung when they were much younger and didn't have a reaction. And as an adult, they're like
My
in a
friend's mom was
full-blown-
out for a walk and got stung and had a reaction. But luckily had her cell phone with her and then called for help.
Well, I kind of am like, why doesn't everybody have an EpiPen? Like, why can't you have EpiPens over the counter? Like, even have to show your ID
Right.
for them,
It's
like you do the
absurd. Yeah, well,
Sudafed
I mean-
back behind the.
Well, the one that we have in the cupboard for Sean when he's here, just in case, it's old. Like, will it still
it's really
work?
old. I don't know. It's really old.
I hope we have to find out.
I think they also say to take some Benadryl right away.
So keep Benadryl in the house.
Yeah, Benadryl. You should always have Benadryl. Benadryl is a cure-all for everything. Would have helped your hives. It
I
would've-
scratched at him before I would have even. I mean, I was in bed. I wasn't getting out of bed to take Benadryl.
Benadryl is a good thing to have on hand. It really is for all kinds
Everything.
of different
Yeah.
reactions.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully no one gets stung by a bee anytime soon. I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
I was attacked by wasps. Remember that?
No.
In Girl Scouts at the fucking shrine in Bullsburg playing on a tank.
Oh.
They stung me up my fucking nose. I sneezed for 2 hours. I mean, you talk about fucking... Your body hurts. You sneeze continuously for 2 hours, you fucking hurt. It was awful. It was fucking awful.
Every time you
Awful.
sneeze, your heart stops.
I just sneezed, and your whole body just.
Wait, how old were you?
5th or 6th grade. My fucking nostrils swelled up and shit. It was awful. And that was not the only time. I was attacked by fucking hornets mowing grandma's lawn. So I was in high school.
Did they go up your
Fucking
nose?
shit. No, but they got my ankles. And I didn't have the sense, because you just react quickly. So I ran over. The nest is in the ground. Hornets, I'm assuming. Yellow jackets. Hornets.
I don't know.
Hornets. Go over. All of a sudden, this fucking swarm comes up at me. What I should have done was quickly push the lawnmower back over the hole, but I took off fucking running. Right? And she's in the house. She can barely fucking move. And she's like, what's happening? What's happening?
Grandma?
Well, she thought I hurt myself with the lawnmower. Now, in retrospect, I would not be tearing through the backyard screaming if I had hurt myself with the lawnmower. But, so that was done mowing. Dad, Alexa, off. Thank you, our alarm. We're going to have to go soon to go to Petty. But so it got me through my fucking socks. Right through your fucking, oh my God. My ankles swelled up. Both of them fucking swelled up. So then Dad did whatever to the hole in the ground. Probably gasoline like a fucking Molotov cocktail down the front yard. Gets the lawnmower put away, and then Grandma got the meat tenderizer. It was in the spice rack.
They used to say meat tenderizer or baking soda, but I don't understand what it does.
I don't know. So I took my socks off, and then she, patted it down, and then at least I was done mowing for the day. So twice in my life, I have been fucking attacked by these.
I know we have to go, but real quickly, where in the shrine did you get stung?
The front, right, the one right there on fucking 322, right on the big fucking tank, right?
The big tank you were climbing.
The one that's right there closest to the fucking road.
Do they still have that tank there?
Probably.
Are you allowed?
I was so drunk.
I feel
like we used to be able to get into it. We used to be able to get into it. We were little, we could get into it. Well, for safety's sake, you should be able. They should fucking keep it closed, because Christ knows. And look, spray that fucker for bees.
Was Mom there?
Yes. I was her. I was like, that was the end of the picnic. They're done. We're done. We're going home. Here we go. And I'm sneezing. There's snot pouring out my nose. My eyes are watering. My whole body hurts. 2 hours of that.
Wait, what happened to everybody else?
I have no idea what happened to everybody else. I don't know. We left. Maybe Dad took me home and Mom stayed since she was a Girl Scout leader. I don't remember.
Did Mom give you anything? Did you get anything?
I have no idea. Dimetap. I don't know. What do we even have? We didn't have Benadryl in the house.
No, Dimetap.
I probably got a fucking Sudafed.
Yeah,
probably
I guess
what I got. I have no idea.
Oh my God.
I have no idea.
End of the
fucking
picnic.
sucked. End of the picnic for me.
Did you get to eat dinner?
I don't remember. Maybe we ate first. I don't know. I just remember climbing, and then there were fucking bee wasps.
Why was there nobody else getting stung?
Because they fucking swarmed me. I don't know. But then after I saw my girl, fuck, this shit can kill you. And now, you're supposed to either get into water or take off an article of clothing and throw it down, and they'll follow the scent of take off your shirt and throw it down. They'll follow the scent of the shirt. Hopefully. I'll let you know should I get swarmed by another fucking set.
Well, good luck on your surgery.
Thanks.
Good luck.
Thanks. Good luck. Yes. So
we'll keep you in your thoughts.
And for those of you because people are like text me. I'm not going to have my phone.
I'll put something on Facebook.
So you will. Joe is going to. I said, because he's like, what's the best way for me to do this? So I said, just do a Facebook post and tag me, and my peeps will see. And then everybody will know. Although when I spoke to Dad earlier today, I said, well, how about this? I'm going to have Joe call you next Friday and let you know how I am. A little tit for tat about what we talked about yesterday. And then I was asked to please not do that. So, because people like to wait to tell us things. Anyway, we're going to play that. Two can play that game. Anyway, I won't do it. So, yeah, so that's how. It'll be a Facebook post. So if you don't see it and you're curious, if you really fucking care, you go to my Facebook page and it should be there sometime Friday. And if you don't see it, then maybe get concerned, and then there'll be some other post later in the weekend. So there's that.
You'll be fine.
They'll be fine. Yeah, they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I'll be fine.
You'll be fine.
I don't know who they is. Me, myself, and I.
The surgeon will be fine when he's done. He'll have a good laugh.
I told Joe, I said, I think we should get a Sharpie and you should write across my ass, except for his handwriting is so atrocious they wouldn't be able to tell what it says, to write across my ass, please don't maim or kill me, so that when I lay down, they get the message.
They're going to rub iodine all over you, so it's going to be yellow anyhow, so they're going to not
They can see that black Sharpie right through it. Look, okay. On that note,
have a good week.
We're going to get a pedicure. Happy Easter for those of you that celebrate.
Yeah, happy Easter.
We'll be back.
Right. We might not be back.
We might not be back before Easter. So if we're not, this will be like the Easter edition shit.
I hope the Easter Bunny brings you all good treats. Even if you don't believe, Easter Bunny can.
I mean,
still
as
visit
long
you.
as I'm not completely incapacitated with OxyContin next week, we should be able to do an episode. Also, depending on how I look, I'll wear my hat.
And if you smell, I'm not coming over.
I mean, I can do a horse bath for fuck's sake. Okay.
No
And on
horse
that note,
bath.
thank you to my great Aunt Mabel who taught us.
If you don't know what a horse bath is, look it up.
I mean, I think most people know.
I've seen
Also known as PTA.
I've seen people do a horse bath in the airport restrooms. It's
Sure.
really bad.
Well, that'll be me in the hospital, I guess.
No, they have showers there.
I'm not allowed to shower.
Oh, well, okay.
I'm not allowed to shower for 1 week. I'm more horrified about that, I think, than anything else.
Taping like a plastic bag.
I
on your
am not
back.
allowed. I'm not allowed to get it wet. I'm not allowed to. It specifically says in many
shower.
places, no shower for a week.
Yeah.
And then, but since you're so good at like the taping of the bandages and shit, you might have to come over just to show Joe, like, with all of your nursing knowledge, taping shit to Sean, like how to make sure we get the new, because then the new bandages have to be changed once or twice a day for every day after that.
Are they going to give you Tagaderm, which is like that clear plastic stuff they put over like your IV
I have no
and
idea what
stuff?
they're giving me.
Because that is sticky and it keeps stuff down.
It said it will be on. I'm not to remove it
Okay.
until after a week. And then once I shower after a week, whatever's on there, just let it naturally come off.
Okay. Ew.
I don't fucking know.
Are you going to have stitches or staples?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm going to have to check
I
this
just don't
out.
want my tattoo to get fucked, and I don't want to be killed,
Maybe
and I
while
don't
he's
want
maybe while
like
he's
the
down
scissors
there,
left inside
maybe
me.
while he's down there, he could fix that tattoo.
He's not into that. Okay.
Okay.
We do it.
Bye.
We go. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next week or two.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
I can't reach.